How does Reid Hoffman hire? The person passionate about what he or she is doing will outwork and outlast the guy motivated solely by making money. Reid Hoffman. Reid Hoffman believes that anyone who is passionate about their work will outsmart those who are solely money-driven. A similar mindset follows when it comes down to his employees. He's looking for people who are driven by passion, excited to grow together with a company, bring out unique ideas, get out their comfort zone, and show sheer dedication. In this video, we will demonstrate how Reid Hoffman's passion towards his work created a brand. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for notifications. In the modern world of technology, Reid is a Silicon Valley giant. Successful entrepreneur and executive, he helped build some of today's leading consumer technology companies, including LinkedIn and PayPal. In 2003, Reid Hoffman co-founded the professional networking site LinkedIn, which today has 700 million members and subscriptions, advertising, and software licensing revenue model. He is a partner at venture capital firm Greylock Partners. Hoffman invested $40,000 in Facebook after introducing Peter Thiel to the startup in 2004. In 2016, Hoffman sold LinkedIn to Microsoft for $26.2 billion in cash and joined Microsoft's board of directors. His investments include Airbnb, which went public in December 2020, and Aurora, which acquired by Uber's self-driving unit. Hoffman was part of the PayPal mafia and was an early employee of the company later acquired by eBay. Hoffman also created the failed dating sites SocialNet before PayPal, which some consider the first online social network. He has invested $1.5 billion in impact investment through charitable entities such as donor-advised funds. His foundation thesis of the power of networks goes beyond marketplace and social ecosystems. He has invested in sectors such as autonomous transportation, cryptocurrency, and shipping logistics in recent years. Leverage your network. You might have heard a story from your parents about how a career works in America. The job market for educated workers functions like an escalator. After graduating from college, you get an entry level at the bottom of the escalator at a company like IBM, GE, or Goldman Sachs. You are groomed and mentored and given professional development opportunities. You are whisked up in this escalator frequently at the same company. So as long as you play nice and well, you move steadily up the escalator. Each step brings with it more income, power, and job security. But this theory is not relevant in the modern age. It is not true because a networked world is a globally competitive one. That's why unemployment numbers persist. Youth unemployment has been the highest since the World War II. The trend line is even worse. Our fast-moving, interconnected world has displayed the career ladder. It has jammed the escalator, and we need a new map. The new map today is the network. There is no ladder or escalator to climb anymore. We are traveling on a multi-dimensional, interconnected networks today. It is your network that connects you to different opportunities. When Hoffman hires anyone for any position, the network plays an important role. He said in an interview once, "It is important to rely on the network around you and build another network." This is one of the things that distinction between a good VC and not such a good one. What VCs do is aggregate networks around them. So for example, it is like, oh well, we are trying to solve product management. And he's like, okay, well, here are the 3 people who can help you with that. Leverage your network wisely. That's the lesson we should learn. Hiring strategies. Hoffman believes in going the extra mile. When candidates apply in today's digital age, it can be challenging to comprehend their overall work personality and their resumes. Everything looks good on the resume, but the question to ask is, are you a team player? Will you fit into the company culture? How good are you at collaborating? Do you contribute to the company? He follows a 3-step strategy to ensure that the right person is hired. Following Netflix shoes, i.e. the Netflix culture documentary, he believed in creating a culture deck for every brand beforehand, something he wished to have done with LinkedIn in its early days. The culture deck intentionally defines a strong culture from the very beginning. Anyone applying should be able to adapt to the work culture. That's a big one for Hoffman. Referrals. You need referrals to land a job here. He believes that referrals are more critical than interviews, especially when hiring for important positions. In an interview with Entrepreneur First, he explained how he would look at candidates with 3 to 7 referrals rather than those who might have nailed the interview. Sometimes he would look at the candidate's referral before interviewing them to see their previous work ethics and how they worked. The third thing is a question asked in most interviews. In your last job, what did you most learn and what did you most fail at? There are 2 answers. Either you are a perfectionist and failed at nothing, or you did fail and learned and moved on past it. The thing Hoffman is not looking here is for perfectionists, and that's not a big problem for him. This shows you are not learning or growing if you are not failing. So keep balance between being a learner and a perfectionist. The bottom line, Hoffman is not looking for people to join his company forever. No one applies for a job thinking, well, I will work here for the next 30 years. He believed in hiring great talent who are a fit for the company's culture. If you are working with LinkedIn, be assured that you will have a chance to move departments. Let's say you are in the tech department. You want to shift products development next year, and you will have the freedom to do so. Hoffman believes in creating a culture that you can open up and continue doing what you love and enjoy. Hoffman is currently a partner at the venture capital firm Greylock Partners and a co-founder of Inflection AI. Let's dive into how you can join Greylock Partners and how does Greylock Partners hire. The first part of the interview focuses on getting an overall understanding. Show the interviewer what you're expecting from the position you are applying for. For example, you can ask them to explain how they are leaving their previous company and how their company is better for you as an employee when comparing to your current company. The interviewer is trying to understand what mode of compensation are you interested in, such as cash versus stocks. Who is the decision maker in your life? Kids, parents, wife, etc. If you don't have someone else as a decision maker, show how it will not affect your performance or decisions for this company. The same follows for the compensation. You will be evaluated on the basis of culture fit, answers to outstanding questions relevant to skills and previous work experience. Be ready to systematically break down everything you are done in the past 5 years. Remember, this should be relevant to the position you are applying for. The interviewer will try to dig in for answers such as previous projects, current projects, and responsibilities. The interviewer will try to find out more about your authority to make decisions in your previous work role? Did you have the autonomous power to make decisions, for example? Did you have too much or no power at the company? This is to learn more about your leadership qualities. They will ask you about the roadblock you faced during a specific project and how you solved it. What happens when you get frustrated? Did you quit in the face of obstacles? The evaluation round focuses on the candidate's problem-solving ability. You will be put in different situations to understand your quick decision-making ability and the type of solutions you come up with. Do you give up or think out the box to come up with something innovative? If applicable, the interviewer looks at your previous work portfolio. They try to test your knowledge based on the skills mentioned in the resume. When it comes to identifying whether or not you will be a culture fit for the company, the interviewer tries to understand your passion, interests, and hobbies. They want to know more about your work personality. Are you a team player, for example? Are you collaborative? Do you prefer to work on projects alone? Will you be able to handle stressful situations? How do you react when things go wrong? Do you take responsibility for your actions or start a blame game? How often do you have disagreements with your coworkers? The company is looking for a candidate who is skilled and does the job well, but someone who is a culture fit to work with a team in the long run. This is your chance to show that you would be perfect fit for them. This is your chance to show that you are a perfect fit for the team. We recommend doing some research beforehand to showcase yourself as the best candidate out there. Pro tip: ask questions. The interviewer will constantly make sure that you understand everything, and in case you have questions, they will be answered. But be careful. You don't have to go overboard with your questions. You don't want to sound amateur or too intelligent. Just find the balance. Here are some questions you can ask at the end of the interview. How would you describe the culture of your organization? How would it be to work in for the organization daily? What kind of policies are in place to encourage staff well-being? Could you tell me more about the type of supervision you provide? Social workers and other community workers should ask these kind of questions. Social workers need good supervision to reflect on their practice, develop their expertise, and provide high-quality services to their clients. What did past employees do to succeed at this job? That's an excellent question, especially if it's posed to current employees. As the candidate focuses on what they need to succeed and hopefully achieve positive outcomes, it sets them apart as high achievers. How does a typical day in this role look like? Want to show your enthusiasm to learn more about what this position entails? Recent graduates or those new to the sector or level of the role should ask these kind of questions, as it helps them confirm they are interested in the position. How do you help your employees grow professionally? It shows you want to remain and grow in the position. Additionally, it tells you how and if the organization invests in its employees. How do you expect me to perform after 6 or 12 months in this role? Knowing what are the expectations are of you before you begin is a great benefit. It's also nice to know whether the organization is organized enough to have planned what they expect from a new staff member before the interview process begins. Are you concerned about qualifications or experience? By asking this question, you may put yourself in a vulnerable position, and this also puts the interviewer on the spot. It shows you are confident enough to discuss and address your weaknesses. Conclusion: Reid Hoffman believes in hiring staff members committed to growing with the company and looking at themselves as part of the team in the long run. He supports referrals. If you have got a network, leverage it. There's always someone in your network who might know someone who knows Reid or his HR members. With the internet, networking has become much more manageable. Utilize it in your favor. Make sure to do your homework before going through the interview process. That's all for today's episode. If you have any questions about this episode, please feel free to write it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and give this episode a thumbs up. It will help the YouTube algorithm to promote our channel. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.